Good morning. Welcome everyone to today's webinar on BizPortal, Allocation of Funds and Refunds. My name is Shani Kelly and I will be the facilitator for today's program. Alma Pinkham from the Corporate Education Unit will be our presenter today. The presentation will be followed with a questions and answer session. During the webinar, you are welcome to post questions related to today's topic under comments. We will respond to these questions after the presentation. If you have questions that are not related to the topic, please log a query on the CIPC website inquiry system or send us a message on our CIPC Facebook with Messenger. The recordings of this webinar will remain on YouTube should you wish to view it later. Our agenda today is as follows. I will do a short introduction on learning IBIS and bulk emails. This will be followed by the presentation on BizPortal. What is BizPortal? What should you know before using BizPortal? What services are available on BizPortal? And how does the fee payments work? Password reset and password reset when your email and cell phone number has changed. And of course, allocation of funds. An introduction. I want to make you aware of the Learn IBIS program. The CIPC has launched the Learn IBIS program. It is a short educational course aimed at assisting new and existing SMME company directors to gain knowledge of their duties and responsibilities and to ensure compliance to governance requirements. The program is free of charge and anyone who is interested can register on the CIPC website to join the short course. One can follow the course on your own time and at your own pace. Persons that attend the course can obtain a certificate of attendance after completing the course. Please note, it is not an accredited course. Inquiries can be sent to elearning@cipc.co.za or you can call our CIPC call center. Bulk emails and awareness emails. Bulk education and awareness emails. The Corporate Education Unit is planning to launch the use of bulk emails to inform customers about matters such as new developments at CIPC and webinars we host. To subscribe to the service, please send us your name and surname, email address, business name and registration number if you have one, province, town or city and municipality to elearning@cipc.co.za. Should you want to subscribe at any time, you are able to do so. I now want to hand you over to Ms. Alma Pinkham for the presentation.
Thank you very much, Shani. We're talking about, first of all, the BizPortal. CIPC developed this platform to offer company registration and related services in a quick and easy way. It is a paperless system, so no forms or document submission is required. All services are completed in 24 hours, provided that payments are completed in time. First question, what you should know before you start using BizPortal. You will use your ID number as your username to log in. Non-South African citizens can log in using a customer code and password to search enterprise information and other related information. However, they cannot use the other services of BizPortal. If you already have a CIPC customer code, your registered details and password will allow you to log in on BizPortal. If you do not have a CIPC customer code yet, you will have to complete the user registration process on BizPortal. The system will allocate you a customer code, which should be kept for when you want to access services that are not available on BizPortal and for which some of CIPC's other platforms, for example, e-services and new e-services, must be used. Only South Africans may register to access BizPortal services for now. For director verification, you will need all directors' ID document or ID card details, marriage certificate details, and spouse ID numbers. Many people are confused by this. They don't understand why we ask for this, but this is required, as we said, for the verification of the director's details. If we cannot do it this way, we would have had to request that you submit documents. So in order to do away with documents, you will be required to supply this information. A private company must have at least one director, and a non-profit company a minimum of 3 directors. Which services are available? First of all, the CIPC services that are available is your BizProfile. It is a search tool for all CIPC registered entities. Includes generic enterprise information, including partner registration. One can do up to 100 free searches per day. One could do a name reservation at a fee of 50 Rand. Company registration, both private and non-profit without members, for 125 Rand. CC or company address changes, annual return filings, company name changes, usually for K number to an approved name. In other words, for companies that registered without a name and only up to this point use their registration number as the name of a company, they can change their name on the system. Other services that are available include some SARS services. BizPortal provides general information regarding tax and VAT-related services and a link to SARS e-filing. Customers cannot get TCS reports, that's tax compliance status reports, on BizPortal. For tax PIN reports, customers have to contact SARS for advice. Some customers can get a BBBEE certificate. We'll give more details about that later in the presentation. Then there's .ZATNA services. .ZATNA is an acronym for .ZA, Domain Name Authority. Domain name registration, that is website addresses ending with .co.za, can be done, and the fee for that is 63 Rand and 25 cents. Payment by debit or credit card only for this service. SATNA is a statutory regulator and manager of the .za website addresses. .za is the South African Internet Country Code top-level domain. .ZATNA is an agency of the South African government under the Department of Telecommunications and Postal Services. If you use this service, I would also advise you visit their website for more details regarding website addresses. Then there's also some services of a compensation fund. You can register for that. Unemployment insurance fund registration. You can apply for a business bank account with ABSA, FNB, Mercantile Bank Capitec, Nedbank, Sasfin Bank, or Standard Bank. Lastly, there's Google Business Services. These services could assist to make your business more visible on Google. How does fee payments work? Fee payments can be done with a check or credit card online or with a customer code declining balance, which one also used for some of the other portals of CIPC. The preferred payment method is online with a bank card, as CIPC will be phasing out the customer code declining balance payment system in the next few months. For the time being, if you use the customer code declining balance payment system, you should follow the following important information. The funds must reflect against the customer code within 24 hours from the time of submitting the application. Otherwise, the application will be rejected. Payments must be made with ABSA at an ATM, bank, or ABSA online banking system. Payment reference is always your 6-character customer code only. Payments with ABSA are automatically allocated to your account within 30 minutes. Payments from other banks may not reach CIPC as some append additional characters for references, which make the references invalid on CIPC's side. Invalid references cannot be allocated automatically to your customer code. Banks that do not append extra characters, their payments may take up to 48 hours to reach the CIPC ABSA bank account. By that time, the transaction will already be rejected. If the payment was not done correctly and the funds were not correctly allocated to your customer code account at CIPC, you will have to apply for allocation of funds, which will be explained later in the presentation. Information on B-BBEE certificates. Exempted micro enterprises that are private companies or closed corporations with a turnover of less than 10 million rand can apply for a B-BBEE certificate free of charge. A certificate is valid for 1 year only. Once expired, a new application must be filed. Only directors or members of entities may apply for a B-BBEE certificate with BizPortal. Intermediaries or third parties are not allowed, and applying on behalf of someone is a criminal offence. Providing incorrect shareholder information is also a criminal offence. Read instructions carefully, as an application cannot be amended once submitted. Changes can only be recorded when the current certificate expires and a new application is made. Entities with one or more foreign director or member do not qualify for a CIPC B-BBEE certificate. Directors with more than 10 entities linked to their ID number will not be able to apply for the CIPC B-BBEE certificate. Then password reset. To reset your password on BizPortal, go to the BizPortal address and click on login and then on reset password. Type your ID number and click on continue. An OTP or one-time PIN will be sent to your email and cell phone number. Provide the OTP to reset your password. If you want to reset your password but your cell phone number and email address have changed, then you will struggle to do a password reset on the BizPortal itself, so you must follow the following. Log into the CIPC system. You will first have to follow these steps before you can reset your password on BizPortal. Visit the inquiry page on the CIPC website. Choose the menu button, Password Reset. It is not necessary to log into your customer code and password. Complete the required fields and attach a certified ID copy. Certification must not be older than 3 months. Our office will update your contact details, after which you can follow the steps on BizPortal to reset your password. We want to show you a few slides to just give you an idea of what the BizPortal screens look like if you use the service. First of all, when you open it, you will be able to see all the different services. For instance, here on the left, we see it starts with profile, company registration, and then SARS services. If you go to BizProfile, you find some information there, and you'll see you can search either by enterprise name, enterprise number, or director ID number. The type of information you will get if you search is things like your company details, director details, auditor and annual return details, enterprise history, B-BBEE certificate information if you applied for it. If you then look at the different type of informations, This one on company details will, for instance, show a company's registration number, name, what kind of company it is, what the status of a company is, and the registration date, as well as the physical and postal addresses. If we can then move to allocation of funds, the bank deposit reference must be your customer code only. In cases where you use the customer code declining balance system to make payments for fees. Make sure the correct letters and numbers are reflected when you type or write your customer code. If you type, for instance, a 0 instead of an O or a L instead of a 1, the code will be incorrect and the money will be deposited, but it will not reflect against your code. If a customer code was typed or written incorrectly, you will have to request the CIPC Finance Unit to allocate the deposit to your customer code. To do this, log an inquiry on the CIPC website, choose the category Finance and subcategory Allocation of Funds. Submit your request together with the following: certified ID document of the owner of a customer code. The certification must not be older than 3 months, as well as proof of payment. The proof of payment that you attach must be a soft copy, for example, of a deposit slip or a bank statement, but not an SMS screenshot. Keep the ticket number generated by the system until your query is resolved. Allocation of funds will be processed within 10 working days upon receipt of a request, provided all the required documentation is submitted. And then a refunds procedure. If a customer paid money into the CIPC account and needs it to be refunded, for instance, if you've decided you'll be doing your payments with a bank card in future and you do still have some money on your customer code and you want it refunded, you do the following. You do a logging of a ticket on the CIPC website where you choose, once again, the category Finance, and the subcategory is refunds. Submit the request together with the following: certified ID document of the owner of a customer code, certification not older than 3 months. Proof of payment also must be a soft copy of a deposit slip or bank statement, but not the SMS screenshot. Also, you need your bank details on a bank letterhead with a bank stamp, and the letter signed by the account holder indicating the reason for the refund, the amount, and the customer account or customer code for the customer account. Keep the ticket number until your query has been resolved. Refunds will be processed within 30 working days upon receipt of a request for refund, provided all the required documentation is submitted. With that, we've come to the end of our presentation. I'm going to ask our colleague Rudzani, who's helping us with the comments and questions. If you can put the questions on the screen for us. Thank you.
Lerato will take over from there. Lerato?
Okay, Sean is going to help us with a question. She'll read them. And we have a colleague with us from the call center. His name is Leslie Makufa. Leslie will be assisting us with the answers to the questions. Thank you.
Okay, Safiso, have to check your system, guys. Since I proposed company name last week, Friday, no feedback. I want to bid a tender agent, mean I will lose this job. So let me gather this. You're trying to register a company name. So you are trying to open up a new company and you want to register the name. Am I correct? Okay. Name reservation normally takes 3 working days. And by now you should have had an answer.
Shani, Leslie, are you able to tell us, is there any problem on the system perhaps at the moment?
Leslie, can you hear me? I seem to have, we can't seem to hear Leslie, but as far as I know, there doesn't seem to be a problem. And Safiso, can you please log a query on the CIPC website, because we do not have any problems on our system, and your proposed name by within 3 working days should be. You know what? If you did it last week Friday, it's either today you would be getting your response for the name reservation. So if you do not come right, Safiso, please, you have our email address. Please come back to us and let us know if you still do not receive your name within the end of the day. Thank you. Sani, can we have another question? I have a problem because I have registered my Campbell's not come back indeed. You need to know something. What would I do to get my? I think you're saying you mean company name. I'm sure that's a company registration name. Okay, if I understand your question correctly, Rutsani, you are trying to register a company, and you do not, or did you already register a company and you are trying to get a name for your company? If you have already reserved a name, please do a name change on the CIPC website. So go onto the CIPC website. It's a free. It will be free of charge for your first name change. You go to, you log in your company registration document as well as the approval of your name, which you have previously registered, and they will do a name change. Okay. Any other questions that comes up? Okay. Let's see. I need to know how to populate shareholder certificate. Okay. See, you need to consult an accountant or an attorney for a shared certificate. CIPC does not issue shareholders certificate. Okay, next question, please. Is there any other questions that come right? Okay, our systems are working. There might be a delay with the volume we're having, but CIPC services are not having a problem at the moment. Please see that you are using the correct platform that is either Firewall or Chrome, Google Chrome, and refresh your screen and try to register your company again, because there is no problems currently, but it could be that your firewall is blocking your registration. Okay. Any other questions? I was wondering if it could be possible for you guys to help with share certificates like BE affidavit. Since Cipro years, you guys have done very good, innovative works at CIPC. I applaud you for that. Thank you very much for that compliment. CIPC does not do the share certificates, as I told you previously, but we do issue BE certificates, not the affidavit, but the certificate. So you can go onto the CIPC website and you can apply for your B-BBEE certificate. Okay, so once again, thank you for the compliments. We really appreciate it. Next question. Why are the company names not coming back, even after applying more than 2 times with 12 names already?
Okay. Shani, I've just been on the phone with Leslie. Our colleague who is supposed to be assisting us is having some technical issues on his side. Regarding the name reservation, though, he says there was a problem with the system since Thursday, but it has been fixed yesterday, and the name reservations should be getting registered, or from yesterday at least, the system should be working fine again. So in this instance, we don't know what the situation with the name is, I think, because it could also be that some of these names have been used. But Nomzamo, I really hope that your problem will be sorted soon. As I say, there was a glitch on the system, but it is fixed now.
Okay, so currently there is no problems. Please try again to do your name reservation, or you can wait a few hours and see if we do not respond back to your registered name. Okay, our next question. Good morning. We have had an influx of red receipts for manual submissions made as far back as 2014 to date. Why is this? What is the implication of this?
I must admit, I'm not sure what the question here is, but I would say, Sabira, perhaps the best is if you log a call on our website regarding this, because it's also not clear to me if this has anything to do with BizPortal, and we're only taking questions on BizPortal. So if you can please log a call and let the division itself respond to you in this regard to whom it applies. Thank you.
Okay, our next question. I have registered a company in 2019 but did not open a business account. I only went to SARS for tax clarification. Now I owe SARS the amount of 8,000. How is that possible? Sir, you will have to contact SARS directly. Only SARS will be able to tell you why you have an outstanding amount with them. Unfortunately, CIPC cannot answer on SARS' behalf. Okay, Tango, please. Okay, our next question. Good morning. I have problems with registration. It takes long before. Okay, as we heard, there was a problem, but as of yesterday, the problem has been resolved. Please refresh your screen and try registering again. Okay, thank you very much. Our next question. If you want to use my previous name for my company that I have before, but never paid that annual amount, can I renew the name again?
Leslie has now been able to join us, so he can assist us with the questions. Please, Leslie.
Regarding this question, name cannot be renewed if they are already linked to the entity. So you have to wait for the entity to be finally deregistered. Then the name will be available for you to apply for it, and you can use it thereafter.
Thank you, Leslie. Okay, our next question. Jackie. Maybe proposed names have already been used. Try again using a different or rather unique name. Okay, I think you're answering some of the questions.
That's just a suggestion. It's a good one.
Okay, Jackie. The next question. Lutsani, do we have any other questions? Oh.
That was the last comment.
I don't see any other questions coming up on my screen. I'm going to give it another few minutes.
That was the last comment from Jackie.
Connecting problem. I think we're back.
Okay, we're back. Any more questions, Rutsani?
No questions.
Okay, great.
Okay, this one.
Thank you very much. Some people may still be experiencing some problems with the name reservations at the moment, but I trust if there's still a problem on the system, I've been made aware that some people are still getting this problem. So I think we'll ask the call center just to ask our IT to investigate that again and make sure it is definitely functioning 100%. But yes, if I may hand over to Shani.
Will there be an option to register a defensive name after the name was already registered? Yes, once the name is approved, you may apply for defensive name. It's a manual process. You may go to our website to gather more information regarding the processes.
Thank you, Leslie. Okay. We have already answered this question. Please try again. We did have problems, but we have rectified the problems yesterday, and the system is currently in working order. So please refresh your system and try again. Thank you very much, Alma and Leslie, for your assistance in this webinar. We have come to the end of the webinar. We hope you have found today's presentation interesting and that it will assist you. Thank you for joining our webinar. Good day.